Today we're celebrating the 100th year of the women's suffrage movement. Today, 100 years ago, a group of 300 really brave women got together in this very room and talked about what women's rights meant to them, why they didn't have the right to vote, why they couldn't own property, all of those things, and had a really great discussion. Today, we have brought all of the Girl Scouts from Knife and Pathways and all around New York to talk about how they can carry the torch forward.
Girl Scouts was founded by Juliette Gordon Low, who really believed in civic engagement. And we encourage, obviously, Girl Scouts, but any child to get involved in their community. They could go to a town hall meeting, they could write a letter to their congressperson about an issue that concerns them, they could volunteer in their community to help improve it for the citizens there. So really, from the youngest age through adulthood, to continue to be involved in their community and in civic engagement.
That long ago. 100 years ago seems like a long time for these young ladies. It really wasn't. And women have not reached equality yet. As we know, we don't receive equal pay. There's many, many things that women need to still go forward and learn. So what we're asking these girls to do is to take that torch, become civically engaged, become educated, become involved, pay attention to what is going on in their individual community and in the larger world.
The women in 1848 that organized the first Women's Rights Convention, they really had to stand up for something they believed in. And so we want girls, we want women to feel that way, that they need to be able to stand up. Those women in 1848 were being bullied. What about if today women were to stand up to bullying? What about if girls were able to stand up in school for bullying? So we may think that history is not connected to current events, but it certainly is.
In 1848, women were advocating for the right to vote and to no longer be considered property. And we still are facing challenges. And I think it's important for girls of today to continue to carry the torch forward and to be leaders in their community and to voice the issues that concern them as far as women's rights and to really help the girls of tomorrow.
Girls are often put down or scared to do something, not just by men, but just in general, where we tend to be less likely to speak out about things that we care about. And I think it's important for all girls to know that you can do that, you can go speak your mind, you can be whoever you want to be, and that it's important to just be yourself and encourage other girls. And Girl Scouts encourages courage, confidence, and character. And I think even if you're not involved in some organization like the Girl Scouts, you can really find that in yourself, because everybody has that.
Society usually shows that girls are weak, so we're afraid, but we have to ignore that. It's fake.
Yeah.
One thing I think everyone can do is to step back and think about the language that we use every day. And I think that there are stereotypes that are just written into family language and, you know, fighting like a girl, or, you know, things that just, if we eliminate them, I think it would level the playing field a little bit. But then also, you know, I'm raising two boys. I have a 6-year-old and a 2-year-old, and they're learning how to do laundry, and they're learning how to mow the lawn, and they're learning how to use a saw, and they're learning how to bake a cake, so that they know how to do everything that they need to do when they are grown people, which is my job to make sure they don't need me anymore. But I think it needs to be that way for all kids. You know, there are not just things for girls to do or things for boys to do, there are things for people to do.
It's important for us to empower girls, even the youngest of girls, because they become tomorrow's leaders, and they are the women of tomorrow and the voices for women's rights and for women's issues as they grow.
I think the new GIRL agenda, go-getter, innovator, risk-taker, and leader, is really just helping lead girls in the right direction to one day lead more girls and just continue this whole big snowball effect of just girl power. And I think that's why being here today for the 100th anniversary of women's right to vote and just carrying that torch, I think Girl Scouts are really the leaders behind that.